Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good morning, ninth class. Today we will start chapter number 7, bioenergetics. In this chapter we will discuss role of ATP, which is used as energy currency, and processes of photosynthesis and respiration. We'll discuss in detail. Okay. First of all, today we will start bioenergetics and the role of ATP. Okay. As you know, our cell work as an open system, and there are different materials, substance, they enter into the cells. Inside the cell there metabolic reaction take place, and these materials, they break down, a new substance are formed. Okay, and they move out from the cell. So cell act as an open system, and there are different metabolic reactions, and there are different activities that take place inside the cell. Actually, for all these processes, energy is required. Okay, energy drives all these processes in cell. Okay, now the energy exists in two form in living organism. One is kinetic energy, which is used when we do some work. It is actively involved when we do some work. And second form of energy is the potential energy. Potential energy is stored form of energy, and it is used for future use. Okay, and it is a store form of energy. Okay, and basically potential energy is stored in the chemical bonds in the food, and it is released as kinetic energy when these bonds are broken. Okay, first of all, in this chapter we will discuss what is bioenergetics. Bioenergetic is basically the branch of biology in which we study the energy relationships and energy transformation in living organism. So bioenergetic is the study of energy relationship and energy transformation. Transformation means conversion in living organisms. Okay, so in this topic we'll discuss energy and different relationship between different forms of energy, and how these forms, they are transformed in different forms when we carried out different life activities. Okay, now organism obtain these energy from the food which they eat. Okay, this as you know, we get energy from the food, and when this food is broken, then we get the energy. Actually, energy is stored in the form of food. This diagram basically shows the energy transformation. Here, this carbon dioxide is changed into food stuff by using energy, and then what happened when this food is oxidized, then what happened, this oxidation of food stuff release energy. Okay, actually in the bond of food, large amount of potential energy is stored. When these bonds are broken down, then what happened, large amount of energy is released, and extra energy is released in the form of heat. Now next, storage of energy in the formation of ATP. Okay, some of the energy is used for different life activities and in the form of kinetic energy, and some of the energy is again stored in the form of ATP. Okay, we will discuss what is ATP and its role as energy later in this chapter in detail. Now energy is again stored in the bonds of ATP, and then again this ATP is broken down, and this energy is used for different life activities. So transformation of energy in this store energy is used to perform different work like active transport, maintenance, chemical synthesis. So these are the different transformation of energy, and extra amount of energy is released in the form of heat. Okay, so that's how energy is used in different life activities. Okay, now there's some recalling. There are some organisms like plants which can make and some other microorganisms like photosynthetic bacteria and algae. They can prepare their food in the presence of light from carbon dioxide and water, and this process is known as photosynthesis. Okay, and there are some other organisms like animals, fungi, and many microorganisms like non-photosynthetic bacteria and protozoans. They do not make their own food and they get the prepared food from other organisms. So there are different kinds of animals and plants which can use food as an energy source. Okay, now the next topic, which is very important, is the oxidation reduction reactions. Okay, this is very important regarding पेपर्स में अक्सर ये क्वेश्चन आ जाता होता है, इसको अच्छी तरह से इसको पढ़िएगा. What is oxidation reduction reactions? Okay, we have discussed energy is used for different life activities. Okay, so various life processes in organism involve constant flow of energy. This energy flow comprises the acquisition, transformation and use of energy for various life processes, growth, movement and reproduction. So in different life activities energy is used. Okay, so these all life processes, this energy comes from the oxidation reduction reactions, which is known as redox reactions. These reactions basically are the direct source of energy. Okay, these reactions, these are carried out and energy is released, a large amount. Okay, these oxidation reduction reactions is also known as redox reactions. And now what is redox reactions? In these reactions basically exchange of electron between atoms take place. So redox reactions involve exchange of electron between atoms. Okay, this figure basically show the redox reaction. In this there is exchange of electron take place between A and B. This A is, for example, compound A. It loses an electron and it oxidizes. Okay, and at the same time this B compound, it gain these two electrons and now it become reduced. So oxidation reduction reactions take place simultaneously. एक ही टाइम में हो रहे हैं. एक कंपाउंड ऑक्सीडाइज हो रहा है, दूसरा रिड्यूस हो रहा है, और इलेक्ट्रॉन जो है एक मॉलिक्यूल्स कंपाउंड से दूसरे कंपाउंड में ट्रांसफर हो रहे हैं. सो दिस इज द एक्सचेंज ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन बिटवीन एटम्स. Okay, now this loss of electron is known as oxidation, and this gain of electron is known as reduction. Okay, so A compound get oxidized and B get reduced because it gain electron, and A it lose electron. So oxidation is a process in which electron is loose, and reduction is a process in which electrons are gained. Okay, now when electrons become a good source of energy, actually it depends upon the location and arrangement of electron in an atom. It means where electrons are present inside in the atom. For example, in oxygen, when they are present inside the shells, for example, when they make stable association with oxygen, then these are not a good source of energy. Okay, as you know, electrons are arranged in different shells, so when they are present inside the oxygen atoms, they do not are a good source of energy. But when what happened when they carried out some chemical reactions, for example, when they are attached with oxygen and other this oxygen is attached to some other atoms, for example carbon and hydrogen, it means when it carried out certain reactions, then what happened, then these electrons make unstable associations. Okay, if you आपने ये डिटेल में पढ़ा होगा केमिस्ट्री में किस तरह से केमिकल रिएक्शंस होते हैं और किस तरह से इलेक्ट्रॉन्स मूव करते हैं फ्रॉम वन एटम टू अनदर एटम. तो जब रिएक्शंस हो रहे होते हैं तो then electrons they get transferred and they move, and when they move back to oxygen, and then what happen, a large amount of energy is released. So it's very important where electrons are located and how they are arranged in an atom. That's basically decides whether electron is a good source of energy or not. So electron are a good source of energy when they make unstable association, and when they try to move back, when they make certain reaction, and in this high amount of energy is released. Okay, and when they are present inside the atom, for example in oxygen, and they form stable association with oxygen atom, they do not are a good source of energy. Okay, so an electron position and arrangement is also important, whether they release energy. Okay, now in living organism, redox reactions also involve the loss and gain of hydrogen atom. Okay, if you remember, oxidation is the loss of electron, and it is also called as loss of hydrogen, and reduction is also known as gain of electron or gain of hydrogen atom, because as you know, hydrogen atom only consists of one proton and one electron. It means that when a molecule loses an hydrogen atom, it basically loses electron, and it means it gets oxidized and oxidation occur. Okay, because हाइड्रोजन में सिर्फ एक ही इलेक्ट्रॉन होते हैं और एक ही प्रोटॉन होते हैं, सिर्फ वही इलेक्ट्रॉन जो है इन्वॉल्व होंगे लूज और गेन होने में. सो व्हेन इट लूज इलेक्ट्रॉन और लूज, आप ये भी कह सकते हैं लूज हाइड्रोजन, तो इट मीन्स देयर इज ऑक्सीडेशन रिएक्शंस. एंड सिमिलरली when molecules gain a hydrogen atom, it means it gains an electron and there's reduction reaction take place. So oxidation is defined as a reaction in which is a process in which electron is loose or hydrogen is loose. Okay, and reduction is when there is gain of electron or gain of hydrogen. Okay, so these are the definition of oxidation reduction. Okay, जैसे मैंने अभी भी आपको बताया कि it's very important. अक्सर ये पेपर में क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है व्हाट इज रेडॉक्स रिएक्शन. रेडॉक्स रिएक्शन की डेफिनेशन याद करें आप अच्छे से. रेडॉक्स रिएक्शन इन्वॉल्व द एक्सचेंज ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन बिटवीन एटम्स. और इसके बाद ऑक्सीडेशन रिडक्शन क्या होते हैं, एंड और मोस्टली व्हेन इलेक्ट्रॉन्स दे आर गुड सोर्स ऑफ एनर्जी, एंड व्हाट इसी तरह से अभी हमने इसकी बायोएनर्जेटिक्स की डेफिनेशन इसकी इम्पॉर्टेंट है, अक्सर वो भी पूछ ली जाती है. तो बायोएनर्जेटिक की डेफिनेशन जो है वो अच्छे से याद करें, एमसीक्यूज बनाएं इसमें से. और ओके, अल्लाह हाफ़िज़.